Hello, beautiful Cancer. Welcome to your reading. If you're new here, this is Divine Light, and I'm so happy you have joined me today. In this reading, we will dive into the energies of material success, money, career, and finances. And we're going to see what's coming as the timeline within the next 4 weeks. So, we're going to start off with a coffee cup. Then I prepared a special spread for tarot. We're going to dive into that. By the way, if you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. Subscription is the best and a free way to support the channel. And if you would like a private reading from me, I have my email address down in the description box below. Just send me an email. I'll respond to you as soon as possible. All right, guys, let's dive into it and see what's happening for you in the coffee cup. There's a silhouette of a person here blocking a pathway. I initially saw a bird, like the tail, this part, the body, kind of looks like chicken. However, the head reminded me of a person. Let's see what's the timeline here. It's a 4th week timeline. This person's outside of your area, and the path that you're going to go on is also outside your area, okay? You can see the eyes are like really big and 2 big eyes, wide open. I feel male energy here. However, this can be a masculine figure, but I also feel a timid energy. So this can be a person who wants to maybe not let you go. Okay, that's the feeling here. It's not really negative sabotage kind of a thing. Maybe they're going to cut the pathway by offering you more. Maybe you want to leave, or this person is going to tell you, okay, don't leave. I'm going to give you the amount that you're asking for. I'm going to give you the bonus, whatever it is that you demand. So it can be that kind of a blockage, because I don't see that they have like great or material, like material not in the sense of physical power to stop you. Okay, so I feel like there's going to be an incentive coming forward, and if you play your cards right, you're going to really achieve your heart's desire here. When we get back inside, I see here a sickle, but only there's a head of the sickle right there. So you're missing a wand. You have the iron, but you're missing the wand here. Wand represents passion. So this can be a tool you already have, something that you're doing very well. And don't think of it as like, oh, I'm a singer, I'm a writer. Maybe you are very good with numbers that you can really benefit companies in the best way possible when it comes to accountants, for example. So it doesn't have to be a skill that is to be related with art. It can be any skill that you have. Maybe you're very good with plants, that whatever that you plant comes up like with sprouting in an amazing way. So it seems like though the passion is missing here, because you don't consider it as a skill. You don't consider it as something that can become a lifelong income or passion. That's why the wand is the passion. The fire is missing here. This can be your choice here within the first week. I see there's like a wand appearing, kind of looks like a person as well. Maybe someone is going to inspire you, and you might be picking up the inspiration from anywhere. Do not limit yourself to a conversation or someone actually coming to you and telling you something. You can see it on TV, on social media. And it seems like that fire, that passion is going to become the body part of the sickle here that will help you collect the crops. And you might have already planted the seeds without knowing, but you just may be missing the initial tool to collect the crops. And it seems like it is coming forward here. It's in a concealed way. It's in a box. Kind of reminded me, if you have seen the cartoon or the movie of the Beauty and the Beast, the guy actually protects the rose that is related to his life inside of a glass box. So this can be like a glass jar, something like a fishbowl type of a thing. So you are protecting this thing. It's visible from the outside, but you're not really touching it. You're not letting anyone to touch it. When you maybe incorporate that into your life, it is going to become something that is extremely useful for you, which can bring material success with it. I see this is going to be a discovery within the first week, upcoming week. You're going to actually maybe dig into that and look at how you can utilize that more. And when you do, there are three people waiting even on the line for you to talk to you. Another thing with a three, this can symbolize Three of Pentacles, that you will maybe start working with this three or gathering up this three to reach to this magician. You see, this kind of reminds me of the priest actually blessing with this scents and the holy water, blessing the people. So the priest we have in the tarot is a Hierophant, is actually the master one. And so this can be a Taurus, this can be an authority figure. The authority can be a spiritual one or like institution, government type of a thing. So it seems like you're going to go on there and knock on the door and get a blessing. The blessing can be getting the right paperwork, getting the permits, getting the approval, and it seems like when you, as soon as you decide, this is how you're going to differentiate if this is like something your ego is forcing you or your divine higher self is guiding you. If when you knock on the door, if it immediately opens up, that's actually where you need to go, okay? And because divine timing actually guides you towards the right direction, and then the door really opens fast. However, if this is something that maybe you're forcing, you want it to happen, however, maybe not very good for you, it's going to cause even more trouble. So it can be an ego forcing you. And what happens is most of the time when you knock on those doors, they take very long time. Like you need to really kick the door open. And so you will know the difference then, okay? And like I said, the door opens right away. Within the second week, you get a response right away. And there are people curious. Like they are very, I even see like a graduation cap on top of someone's head. Like someone is curious about, oh, what are they doing? This is so interesting. Oh, let's look into that kind of like approach that you're going to see from the others as well. Okay. Well, this now starts to make a lot of sense. This person even holding on to like ropes and stuff to pull you. So if this thing becomes successful, there's a ship right under it. You can see the sails are white and it's actually setting off to a new adventure. You might be picking up people with you, taking with you. And this new adventure is leading to, this kind of reminds me of a heart shape, not exactly, something, a new diamond, a new gem too. Not only what you're doing bringing benefit, the second thing is there's going to be an extra. Extra can be very helpful people that you get along well. Very supportive environment, material things getting magically fulfilled, the needs are fulfilled that you don't need to think about other stuff. So it can be something like that. And you're setting sail to a new direction, new dimension, basically. Another thing attached to it, like people are going to maybe examine what you're doing, analyze it. And we have an elephant attached to it as well. So this can be something that you can even create a school to teach. That's why I feel like the graduation cap person can be someone who will offer you, oh, let's teach this. There's a big, the elephant symbolizes slow steps, massive outcome. Okay. Because they're heavy, they're slow. However, they are the symbol of wealth, abundance. And so this person can offer you, maybe this is a thing that is a service, but they can also be taught. This person might offer you that. Okay. That's something you can get into. It can take a little longer than like giving the service or the product, but this is going to also bring some benefits, it seems like here. And this second week came with a timeline. You're going to brainstorm about this thing, okay? You might be also helping these people. If you're not really the center or you're not really launching something, you might be the one helping them grow this thing and becoming a partner with this thing. There is actually an artist. I forgot his name. I think Cho is his last name. He actually painted a mural when Facebook launched first on the wall, and he asked for a share because instead of the money, he said, ask for a share. Now he has shares in Facebook and he's really wealthy due to that. So it can be something like that, even though it seems like a really small thing, like a speck on the main frame of the thing. He played his cards really smartly there, or maybe that's what he got offered and he has taken it. Now, like he was destined for that. Now he has like this Instagram page, which I love, and he keeps painting this and giving art classes, and I love that. So like he's doing what he loves at the end of the day. So This can be something like that as well. It is going to grow because the Facebook didn't really grow in one day. It took a while. We heard about it when it was massive. But these people take a while to actually receive certain things. Now it's global. Anyways, let's pass that. And then third week, I see here, there's a paper. I'm not saying you need to come up with that kind of an idea or you need to build something. It can be like a tiny little thing that you do for a situation. But if you play your cards right, it can benefit you for a lifetime. And it seems like that can be that kind of an energy here. We have a legal paper within the third week. There's a crowd above it. And there's a crow, maybe not a crow, but a raven over there. Raven might be bringing you some good news or a paper in the mail that will make you happy. Can be connected to the main event. However, I feel like there's also disconnect happening there. This is also a good pathway that is like opening up a new pathway. I see even a heel that might require you to leave your comfort zone. You might have to go somewhere new. You might have to talk to someone, maybe even this person, like a female character who has a bow. I feel like a bow energy, maybe like what's that black tie event and like the heels, maybe that kind of like an invitation coming to you, which will have like another contract coming out of it, another good news, sun shining. We can take this as like sun is actually, new day is coming forward. So when you do something you love, it leads to something that will be satisfying. And it seems like it is going to start becoming or attracting the things and the people, the invitations and the right energies that you're aligned with that. Okay, you're going to be aligning with that. And fourth week, I see there's a legal paper here, kind of looks like a sun. Sun can be a Leo energy. Sun also has, the Leo has the optimism, satisfaction. And on top of that, it has the energy of leadership. So you might have to become the sun after you figure it out, and you might have, or either follow a sun, a leader that will guide you towards this new positive thing and the outside pathway here, or you are becoming the sun. And I feel like some of you are becoming the sun and becoming the leader here. So you're actually taking lead, maybe taking other people with you. That's why this person wants to stop you on your tracks. Okay, I'm going to dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. Let's see what the answer is going to be for that one. You can see the cloud appearing here within the second week. So you might have a little bit like a rainy weather, and your desire seems like it's a fast thing, but it has paused on its track. So like the divine, like I said, the path will open. Maybe you will go through things, acing things, the applications and the things, approvals initially, but then you might have a small pause here. Pause usually reminds me of the hanged man energy, which is reflection required. It is like you are on the right path, yes. However, maybe you are not really doing things right, okay? Or maybe you're not really talking to the right people, or you're not really, or you're allowing like some energies that is going to bring this down. That's why reflection is required here. As soon as you do the reflection and do what's actually required there, seems like the process is going to keep moving forward. Another thing I see, there's a woman here. She's carrying like a fruit basket on top of her head, and she has like a small child's head on her shoulder. So this can be someone creative, still keeps their childish, meaning creative part of themselves, that like innocent childish part, creative part of themselves. And the fruit basket can symbolize, can be someone who is very resourceful. I see a letter A here as a skirt, can be like Amanda, Ali, Alice, or maybe Katie, can be their first name or the last name. This person is actually like walking towards you, but they don't have arms here. Maybe they don't really have any reach to anywhere. Some of you may be agents and like talking for other people or doing things for other people. Now it just dawned on me. And it seems like there's a pig behind this person. A pig can be someone managing the money. Maybe you're managing money as well for others. And this can be someone who really wants you to take over charge in the situation, okay? They're in your heart space, can be someone, a close friend or someone close to you. And it seems like here, even though they have someone behind them, I feel like this can be like a father figure. They accept it, but now they want to move on into another direction, and they're coming towards you. And it seems like within the 3rd week timeline, there's a new baby showing up here. You might be also starting to build something again with this person. I see a person with a graduation cap here, and there's like a person with a witch's cap, and there's another one right there coming together. Graduation can symbolize your graduation from life school. If this is a material situation you're dealing with, money situation, school situation, can be actually coming to an end, and you are learning the next step. You figured out what to do in a very successful way. That's why you have the baby behind you. So this is going to be your new beginning. With the new information you gathered, it's going to be your new beginning. The witch that you're looking at, which usually symbolizes healing women, even though the word actually tainted today. The women that they used to work with plants and know which one is a painkiller, which one actually like numbs you, so they can do whatever is necessary, stitch up whatever it is. Those women deemed as witch doctors, witches. So this can be a doctor, first of all, a physical, someone who can give you physical advice or direction. And also this can be someone maybe you're going to work together. Now I'm feeling maybe you're selling this kind of like pharmaceuticals. It can be someone who's going to be there to support you, okay? And I'm going to dive into the tarot now. We're going to start with your current financial status, and then we're going to move on to the rest of the cards. We're going to have a 5-card spread, and then I'm going to pull 3 important things you need to know at this timeline, okay? Let's see what else we have here. Your financial state right now. The devil. Seems like you might sign something, a contract that is tying you, binding you down. This can be maybe a loan, student loans, and that kind of like something that can last for a very long time, and that can be a draining factor here. Let's see. This is actually, I didn't really have that kind of a thing, but I knew people, and the more you pay, the more they increase. This is such a like a ridiculous thing, but this, I'm not gonna really say this is special to US. It is all over the world. Okay, guys, I had it when I was a student and I studied in a different country. So yeah, but I paid in full, so I didn't deal with that, and it wasn't that much. But I feel like here's something that is holding you and causing you anxiety. The devil also has anxiety and obsession energy and holding you back. And this doesn't have to be a student loan. My mind keeps going there. However, this can also be someone that you owe, that gives you, maybe owe a favor, owe money, owe something, gives you this kind of like anxiety maybe. Okay, let's see. Where will new sources come from? 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles, I mentioned you this in the cup as well. You already have something very valuable. This can be a land. This can be a home. This can be a home that you can rent out one of the rooms. This can be a skill that you have. I usually take the skills as an example, because if you listen to Earl Nightingale, he has attitude. There's a talk like maybe 15-20 minutes, attitude. And he says in there that every person has a skill, like the mind. Our mind is free. However, it's the most important and the most valuable thing that we have. The property, the things that we have, material things are so cheap and they can be acquired again. But our ability to speak, our arms, our eyes, those are the things, they came to us for free. However, it's incredibly hard to replace, okay? And some of the things even impossible to replace. So 9 of Pentacles is your resources are available to you, and your income can come from all of those things that you have within you, but you need to look a little more closely to those, okay? Opportunities to consider. The 9 of Swords are actually what you're scared, afraid of. When you look deeper into it, there are opportunities in there. Maybe you are afraid, you're not calling the institution, for example. Let's start with that. But it seems like maybe they're going to give you a discount. They're going to create a plan for you. They're going to take some of the interest off of it. But because you're afraid, you're not picking up the phone, you're just worrying about the situation. You're not really seeing the opportunity, you're seeing the fear. Okay, the barrier of fear is blocking that. You might have to pick up the phone and call people, send an email, or talk to, if this is your boss, you want to ask for a promotion, but you're thinking that you're not really considered for that. You have the resources. You're very valuable where you are. And when you break that fear barrier, you're going to be able to actually reach to that goal very fast. How will these opportunities benefit you, Queen of Swords? Be reasonable, be logical, think that the fear cannot defeat you. You're the only one. Your mind is the most strongest thing that can overcome this. Be gentle with yourself. However, speak your mind. When you speak your mind, that's how you're going to benefit your the opportunities. Or how can you speak your mind? Go ahead and ask. I heard from years ago, a friend of mine told me that a closed mouth doesn't get fed. So that stuck with me. So you need to ask for what you're desiring. This doesn't mean demand and really bother people. It means that tactfully, gracefully, you can really demand what you desire, your heart is desiring, you're worthy of, and that will be arranged. Okay. The outcome is Five of Cups. The thing is, though, you're afraid. Again, the fear comes forward because you feel like you're going to get the things, but it's not going to be in full. Maybe you're going to get some offers. You're going to get what you're desiring. Let's see the shadow side of it. Page of Cups. Okay. Maybe you're afraid you don't have what they ask for. That's the Page of Cups energy. Page of Cups comes with an offering. We have an amazing capybara here. Capybaras get along with any type of animal. They ride on the back of the crocodiles, and the other animals actually ride on their back as well. And we have here the bees are lighting up. This is actually fireflies lighting up your situation. And it seems like you're afraid that you're not going to get the things in full. However, and maybe you're not going to be able to give them what they're asking for. But this is not going to be the end of things. You're going to have two very important gains, and what you are worthy of, what's actually meant for you. Not even the worthiness. It's about what's meant for you. What has good benefits for you cannot pass you by. It's going to be yours. Okay. Five of Cups, seeing the things in a pessimistic way. Okay, not seeing what you have, but seeing what you don't have energy. Even though you get what you're desiring, you might not really seeing the things that you're achieving. And also, I feel like there's a fear here too blocking you because you're feeling like I don't have what it takes, but you certainly do. Okay, the capybara kind of approves that message. We have with the Devil with the Lovers. Devil is the opposite of the Lovers. So your financial state is on the other side of what you're going through right now. We have the Lovers energy, so your heart's desire. Okay, in order to get to your heart's desire, you need to defeat the deep devil, which devil cannot really do anything for us. They force us to do physically. They just give us whisper into our ears. That's what the devil is only allowed to do. So every time you hear the whisper, when you flip this scenario, you're going to reach to the lover status when it comes to your material success. Where will the sources come from? Nine of Pentacles is, I told you that the skill that you already have, your peace, your prosperity is already within you. Five of Swords is someone ready for war. And this card usually comes up as a warning. So you might be thinking, I need to go really aggressively and defeat every single person in front of me. I feel like here, some of you are really dealing with people, and we make money off of people as well. So if you burn all the bridges. Five of Swords is like a burning all the bridges to be victorious kind of energy. That can, create fear at the end of the day, and also will not be beneficial in the long run. We have two fives already here. Five symbolizes travel. You have the travel in your cup. Moving on to a new direction, exploring new things. There's newness coming forward. However, you need to lose the old attitude if you would like to achieve that. How can you do that? I'm feeling I need to ask more questions. First of all, you need to hang the swords up. You need to rest a little bit, okay? And rest your mind, meditate, contemplate, journal, and that direction for the higher self can show up. Also, when you have conversations with the people who has been through that pathway, and maybe they defeated others and now they're all alone, when you talk to them, they will have probably better advice for you. So take your time before jumping into anything. The opportunities to consider are behind your fear wall, and you might be thinking when you step into these opportunities, they're going to tie you down. Maybe you have to pursue them forever. However, under the card, my eye caught the Magician here. It seems like maybe you don't want to take responsibility, because what Magician does is he's the alchemist. He considers the opportunities, he finds them, he goes after them, he uses all the tools in his hand right here in front of him to actually achieve success in his work. So you might have to take responsibility here. You might have to take accountability after the work is done or before if it's done. However, this will bring a lot of good success, okay? The opportunities are going to really flourish like these roses around him. Another thing we have, how will the opportunities benefit you? Queen of Swords, when you speak your mind, you will really have massive progress, discipline, your mind, your attitude. Like, do not let intrusive thoughts to come in or intrusive people to change your mind about the situation. This will actually carry you towards your new goal, your heart's desire really fast. Chariot is galloping towards a new future. And the outcome, Five of Cups, yeah, there's going to be a change coming. And the change might not really show up in the way your heart is desiring initially. That's why we have 3 cups here. So, but I feel like maybe this is not the energy of you're not going to get what you want. You're going to get exactly what you're desiring. And it's going to be for the better. However, it's not going to carry the past energies, past people, and your past habits to the future. Okay, that can be a nostalgia. That can be something that you don't really want to let go. However, it's going to be something very good. Oh, it's going to bring a lot of creative outcome and beautiful crops, basically, that you're even like sitting here growing your crops very magically. You're not going to really care after the fact. But initially, you might feel a little upset that you're not really carrying everyone with you. Can be, example, you have a work environment, you're not satisfied, you're finding something really beautiful, but you need to leave your best friend and the colleagues behind, okay? That can be the situation here, but it seems like you're going to adjust very well. You're not going to wonder too much. Another thing here, Page of Cups is, you might be feeling, I said, because you don't have what it takes. Empress is the queen of what it takes, okay? She has everything. She has more than what it takes. She's the Mother Earth, feeds the whole humanity. So you are going to also discover that with this journey. Let's pull your 3 important things you need to know at this time, okay? And then I have a sigil for you. These are beautiful sigils that you can use, draw somewhere to see and look at it, and it can be a source of abundance and inspiration. We have a key. Some of you are unlocking a new door, new beginnings, directions, and adventures await for those ready to let go of the past. There you go. It just speaks here exactly to the scenery right there. We have the plane, the 5 I told you, we have 2 5s here, and the Wheel of Fortune is 10. It's a change, it's moving on. A journey is indicated, either physically or metaphorically. Your life will become more full. It's just a good thing to consider, okay? The third one, we have the Moon. Moon is your card, Cancer. Pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently, which tells me that your initial path is not going to be wide open, illuminated by street lights, okay? You might be in the woods driving only the headlights on, okay? This is a metaphor. Or literally, that you need to just follow that gut feeling. Sometimes even when some animal is going to jump to the road, you can feel and you slow down. And if you're attuned to the moment, if you are in the moment, if you're not really thinking about what has been happening, what has done, what can happen, okay, in the future or the past. If you're in the moment, you're going to be able to catch those signs from the universe. And what happens is that those signs and symbols usually guide you towards the right direction, the right pathway to the light energies, okay? Let's see what your sigil is for this timeline. Let's pull a beautiful one. We have Earth. Mother Earth is going to feed you. Ask the element of Earth for grounding, stability, and strength in times of chaos. We have here the symbol of the Earth. You can take a screenshot or draw it somewhere that you can see, which will be supporting you during the times that you need support, okay? All right, Cancer, I would like to thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoy your reading, and I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hey, beautiful. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.